My father came from a place called Slonim. It's a little place surrounded by woods in the middle of Belarus. It used to belong to Poland before the World War II, and then after the war it was belonged to USSR. They occupied the territory. After the break of the USSR, it became Belarus. This is the map of Europe. This is Germany, Poland, Belarus, and Russia now. In 1933, there was an election in Germany, and the National Socialist Party won the election. In German accent, it's Nationalsozialist, so everybody would call them the Nazis. They decided that they are the better race, and they need to rule the world. They start invaded the other countries around them, like Czechoslovakia or Poland. And one of the biggest problems they thought was the Jewish. So everywhere they go, they start to kill all the Jews that they couldn't use for their purposes. So they came to Slonim and start killing the Jewish. And the survivor ran away to the woods. They established an unorganized army. They call it the partisans. They have no uniform, no weapons, but they managed to survive by help from the villages around them, and they start fighting the Nazis by attacking headquarters and the railway. When the train came, they put the bombs on the railway, and they stopped the supply of soldiers, the Nazi soldiers, to the war against Russia. So they helped the Russian to fight the Nazis. They would attack places that the German was training or organizing and trying to kill as much as they can. And this was most of the war. Before the end of the war, the Nazis started to retreat, and the Russians pushed them back to Germany. So the partisans put the little bombs on the roads and mined and trying to kill as much as they can from the Nazis. And one day they saw a big group of soldiers coming on the way that they put bombs on, and they noticed it was the Russians that are coming and defeated the Nazis. So they took horses and rode as fast as they can to stop them before they got to the bombs, and to congratulate them on this act. The commander of the Russian army asked them what do they want as a reward, so they asked for revenge. And they got the part of to be in charge of the Nazi prisoners camp, so they can get a revenge on them. by the end of the war, my father came back to his town, to Slonim, and find out that all his family was killed. He had a big family, he has uncles and parents and sisters and brothers, and they are all killed. And there was no one left for him, so he joined to the Russian army, the Red Army, to complete the war with them.
This is him in the Russian army.
And he became a soldier, and after the end of the war he just left the place and then moved to Israel to establish the Jewish country. And when he came to Israel, there was another war, and he fought again against the Arabs, but this was another story. To honor his family, he called me and my brother after his parents. I'm Dov, or after his mother Duba, and my brother Meir over his father Meir. One day I saw an old picture of him from this time, and on his arm there was a lot of watches. And he wouldn't tell us anything about the war. He was an introvert. He was quiet, don't want to mention anything about what happened to him. So I asked him about this picture. Why do you wear so many watches? He said just for the picture. It's just he didn't want to answer. So I had one of his friends from the army, and I asked about this picture, and he said every time they kill a German soldier, they took his watch as a trophy or something. So all these watches was people that he managed to kill, and took their watches. So the real revenge from his side was that he established a family in Israel. He has 2 sons, and they become grandson and granddaughters, and this was his revenge at the Nazis, that they killed his family, but he survived and established a new family.
When the war started in 1939, there was 16 million Jewish in the world, and then 6 million of them died, and now it's around 40 million. So we still didn't recover from the war, and it was 70 years ago. There were some books about this platoon, and the name of my father is there also. They also made a movie about this period. A movie called Defense with Daniel Craig. Later he made the James Bond movies. And also my father's name was mentioned in this movie. This was the anthem of the partisan.
ומצעדנו עוד ירעים אנחנו פה עמוד השחר על יומנו אור יהל אם הצורר יחלוף כמו לב כמוצל, אך אם חלילה יאחר לבוא האור, כמו סיסמה יהיה השיר מדור לדור. אך אם חלילה יאחר לבוא האור, כמו סיסמה יהיה השיר מדור לדור. בפעם אדם